Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It's Wednesday, November 18th. It's 9:25 a.m. here in the Arizona desert. A mix of green and red in the market. Bitcoin's been pretty volatile, so it's got the alt market all in a tizzy. Bitcoin coming in this moment at 17,761 after a flirtation above 18,000 for a little while. That $18,000 psychological level is really all it is. Once we get above it and stay above it, we'll be thinking about 19K, not 18K anymore, just like we're not really thinking about 16K anymore, which we were just recently. So dominance is 68.79%. That is pretty extreme. The market's going to do what Bitcoin does. DGB definitely showing up for work today, and we'll also take a quicker look at the end at XRP, who was king of the world there for a moment at 30 cents. Now it's down almost 4.5%. Ethereum coming in at negative 2%. Last 24 hours, 472, but still, it is way over that $450 psychological barrier. And Litecoin, who's been pumping and pumping and pumping, is now down 2.5%, coming in at just about $73. Volume last 24 hours for Bitcoin is insane. 6 billion, 3 billion of that on Binance, and Coinbase and Kraken not looking too bad either. I do believe pro.coinbase.com had some issues yesterday. It does not surprise me. Look at that insane volume. All right, blockchain whispers. Let's check out longs versus shorts sentiment on Binance at blockchain whispers. 53% long, 46% short. So the sentiment is long, but close. Commercial real estate, green candle today. Commercial farm fertilizer, agricultural fertilizer, green candle today. All right, Carnival Corp, the cruise line, green candle today. Royal Caribbean, green candle. Zoom Video, red candle. It seems to be continuing a downtrend last couple days for sure. And then Fiverr dumped, but now is pumping. But today, of course, it's got a red candle, but it is recovering. All right, let's look at the S&P 500. Slightest little green dot this morning. Russell 2000, same thing, slight green dot. DXY, Dollar Strength Index, red candle today. And KRE to show U.S. bank strength. It'd be a little green candle today. So the market is not opening roaring, that's for sure. My Chinese yuan, the yuan versus the dollar, which is my Trump versus Biden indicator, while we're doing all of our legality stuff and recounting and such. Hey, we were very, very strong for Biden, plus Biden for a couple days, but today we're opening with a rather powerful looking red candle. It just could be by chance, but I think I'm going to have to move my Trump versus Biden litigation, who wins the election, chart to neutral, at least so far today. All right, gold versus silver. Gold, tiny little green candle with a little tail, and of course silver basically looking the same. Overall, the market today is not opening roaring, but Bitcoin certainly has been, that's for sure. How many gold coins to buy a Bitcoin? 9.5. All right, the CME, Chicago Mercantile Exchange futures is 17,810 right now. And of course on Binance, Bitcoin versus Tether is 17,880. A little bit of a difference there, but not much. All right, the daily candle, as you can see, we are talking Darth Maul. Look at that, a tail in either direction, a wick, as they say. We have broken out of this upwards channel on the daily. 16,000 is this kind of like fishing string, this like stren, looking line here. We're not thinking about 16K anymore. That's old news. Now we're not even thinking about 17K. We're kind of looking at 18,000. When we break that psychological barrier, then we'll be thinking about 19,000. The world's looking pretty darn bullish. If we look at the MACD here, it is profoundly positive. The histogram is widening on the daily, even with a little bit of Darth Maul action, some crazy wicks in either direction. If you ask me, that's big money, clearing out some liquidity creating some liquidity by wiping longs and shorts to buy your Bitcoin on the exchange. Not financial advice, entertainment purposes only, as always. Okay, 4-hour chart, turning negative, beginning to close out histogram, but still above the mid-range. So overall, that could certainly change today. We'll see which way Bitcoin trends. 2-hour chart has the MACD has turned negative, and the histogram is widening in a negative direction. So, well, there you go. we are indecisive this morning. I would say if we look at the Bitcoin versus Tether on Binance, of course, we were pumping. We were way up here. I think we pumped all the way to like 18,450 or so with a wick. And if you do look, around this 18,100, 18,200, we were building a buy-sell volume. It was definitely building up. We didn't stay there. We got smacked down by 18,000. That's kind of to be expected. I'm surprised we broke above it so powerfully and stayed there as long as we did anyway. If you do look, we definitely are gaining buy-sell volume here at around a range between like 17,650 to like 17,850. So definitely we're building support resistance in the chart there and definitely buy-sell volume. A couple steps down, there is a big spike in buy-sell volume and definite support and resistance in the chart at around 16,700. Worst case scenario right now, if we did get really wicky, if we did see some downtrending, here on the 45-minute chart, the 200 moving average is coming in right at about 16,500. But we do have a real spike in volume and support resistance in the chart to catch us around 16,700. Anyway, we shall see. We're cooling down after a massive pump. Let's just watch and see what happens. All right, XRP versus USD on, where is this? I think on Coinbase. Here's the deal. It's on Coinbase. I'm just mentioning this because, it's good to look at the big picture of things. After its 200 moving average cross here on the 45-minute chart, XRP versus USD has been doing quite well. It dumped along with Bitcoin. It was glory riding all the way up to like 30 cents. But right now it's retracing, but look where it's retracing, right here at the .382 fib line, and it's actually wicked down to the .5 fib line. So right where we're at, looks like we're beginning to find some upwards movement again. I think they call this a hammer doji, this little funny guy with the tail, usually denoting a change in direction towards the upside. So we shall see. This might be a bounce spot. It'd be nice to see XRP, and look at this, there's previous support and resistance in the chart right there. So it'd be nice to see XRP make this little move and find a new sideways where it's at and work its way back up. It seems like it's going to be excited by Bitcoin's movement. So with the Bitcoin dominance being so high, XRP will probably follow suit, but it's definitely in the running. Again, well over the 200 moving average, looking beautiful, retracing as it should, bouncing where you'd expect. It's good to go. DigiByte. I like DigiByte. It's a cool project, cool coin, cool alt, okay? It's had a hard time getting over this 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart, but it's been flirting with it recently. And then with Bitcoin pumping, well, it followed suit. And it said, hey, I'll pump too, Bitcoin. And so it definitely really has done exactly that. It's pumped a bit. Our directional index is still in the green. The ADX is trending down, but it has plenty of room to turn around. The stochastic and RSI are way at the bottom, so they have plenty of room to move up. We shall see what happens. What's giving me a little bit of interest here in DigiByte versus USDT on Binance is this 618 fib line. That is a common place to retrace. And it certainly has. It's beginning to have a green candle so far. Let's see what happens. We're still above the 200 moving average. That's a very positive thing. ADX is good. Directional index is good. Stochastic RSI has room to move up. Are we going to see a .618 bounce? We shall see. I got my eye on it. I'm watching that thing. Thanks for watching. BitcoinDailyView.com's got links to all cool stuff that I talk about, some interviews I've done, etc. Thanks for tuning in. But quickly at the end here, I'm going to mention TradeGenius.co. Hey, the best deal ever. If you're a crypto trader, $2.99. Guys, join the team. We've got a chat. We're talking about stuff. We're looking at charts. We got pros in there. We're like figuring out swing trades. It's a community. One of the greatest assets I have had when it comes to trading ever. For what has made me more money than anything else is community. People trading with a similar or the same trading methodology, a little bit of tweaks here and there, and working together for setups, entries, exits. It's not just simply a signals group, which it does have some of those. When Bitcoin is in the right mood, it definitely has signals. But here's the thing, you won't need that very long. Join, and you're going to be hanging with the crew, and you're going to be like, we're going to be trading together. So I'd like to see you there. If you want to get really, really crazy, $7.99 is an amazing deal. Get all the goodies. Take care, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow or later today if Bitcoin goes crazy.